Hello and welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad, and today I'm going to be doing the third of the Rivington's Evil Dead trilogy. This one is the Army of Darkness 2024, and this is a chocolate orange Imperial Stout at 10% with Emperor's Brewing collab. There it is. I was had to go through all my playlists to figure out how many of these they've been doing. They've been doing it since 2021, the first one being a Chain House exclusive collab, hence the original glass. The one with the track glass, Pomona Island, that was 22. And I mentioned in the last video, or in the first video, there was no glassware this year, but I don't think there was last year either, thinking about it. Because what last year, especially for this, the Army of Darkness 23, was Siren. And I don't remember a glass having the Siren logo on, so I don't think they did one last year. If they did, I missed out on it. But anyway, there's no glassware for this one, but it's, yeah, let's crack on. It's a vegan-friendly beer, and the guff on the back says, the third and final in our Evil Dead 2024 series, brewed with our mates at Emperor's Brewing. Cacao nibs, orange juice, and orange peel blend to create this chocolate orange-inspired Imperial Stout. I had this on tap in Chain House with the other two on Friday, the day they came out. I was there when they got released, literally at 5 o'clock. I was already lined up waiting for getting a glass of these, and yeah, I was really impressed by this one. It was delicious. Anyway, I'll get into it. I'll just crack on. It was delicious on tap, is all I'm saying. There's the can art. I think this year's can art is probably the best can art they've done. I think Evil Dead 2 is probably my favourite can art out of the three, but this is just some good stuff. All of them, I forgot to mention, are gold top special occasions. Anyway, here we go. I don't think I've mentioned the best before on any of these is just till 2025, so don't worry about that. So let's get it into the OG glass, everything where it all started. I'll let that settle a second, but so far we have a jet black beer, as you can see, with a lovely dark tanned head, lovely compact bubbles. It looks delicious. No floaters in that. Let's get a smell. See what we get, shall we? Rich dark chocolate. It smells like, you can smell the cacao nibs. It's dark chocolate. It's quite rich. It smells like a posh chocolate, hotel chocolat. 70-80% really dark and bitter chocolate. You get a nice bit of orange, lovely bit of orange peel, bit of zest, but not an over the top. The chocolate and dark chocolate takes quite a centre stage, if you will. Takes quite a front on this beer. It smells delicious. Let's get a mouthful for body and carb. Carb is super light, super soft. The body is thick, about probably double cream consistency. It's really creamy, is what I'm saying. Full body, really nice and thick, creamy body. It is velvety. It's so soft, so smooth, really easy to drink. That 10% as well. You get the tiniest alcohol suggestion at the back of your tongue. But aside from that, there is no alcohol in this at all. It's dangerous, this one. So far, so good. Let's get a big old taste and see what we get, shall we? Cheers. It's delicious. It's so good. I'm glad they've chose Emperors for doing the stout. I've done not solo Emperor Brewing beers on this channel because I cannot get my hands on them yet, but I have done collabs, and every time it's an Emperor's Brewing, they just knock it out of the park. They know what they're doing with a stout. Like, they are very good. Rivington also know what they're doing with a stout. See Lamborghini, or the mint chocolate one, I can't remember what it's called, but they know how to work a stout, an Imperial Stout, so do Emperors. These two have come together and they've just made this beautifully executed beer. It's so well done. 10% well hidden. It is chocolatey. It is malty, not over the top, but it's dark chocolate, a little bit of milk chocolate, roasted malt, a hint of coffee, and you've got this nice suggestion of orange, nice bit of orange juice, nice bit of orange peel and zest. It's not over the top though. I do think when I had it on tap on Friday, I don't know if it's because it was the first of the barrel, if that would have affected it. I did have this thing where it wasn't orangey enough. It was quite bitter, quite dark, quite rich, which this still is. It's dark and it's bitter, it's rich, but this has the orange, nice twist of orange in there as well, which really sweetens it up. Not enough that it's an overly sweet beer, but enough that it's a nice balance between this dark richness and, pardon me, a fruity orange flavour. And when I had it on tap at Chain House, I think that was an issue I had, it wasn't orangey enough. It was really dark, really bitter, really rich, just dark chocolate, and you could only get the subtlest of orange. This has come out and it's much better. I think the can, it might have been because I was quite literally one of the first in line to get this beer on tap. I think if I'd have waited maybe a day and gone back on the Saturday, I probably would have been able to drink it and enjoy the more orangey flavour. I don't know if that's how barrels work, if the top and the bottom are the worst or the best, I'm not sure. But it wasn't orangey enough. This is, it's well better, I think. If I can get this on tap again, which I doubt I will, but if I can, I'll give it another go and hope that it's different. I won't review it, but I'll just hope it's different. If you've already had this on tap and you've had the can, and you've come across the same, not issue, but same thing I have, where it's in the can, orangey, fruitier, nice and sweeter, compared to on tap where it's darker and it's richer. Let me know if you've had it on tap where it is orangey and it's sweeter than it is dark and bitter and it tastes more like the can. Probably is just because I had that first glass or so. But no, this is really nice. That is such a good drink. Like I say, Rivington and Emperor, they know what they're doing with the stouts. Rivington don't do enough stouts, I say. Much like, for example, Vault City. They focus on more what they do, which for Rivington I say is more pales, IPAs, dippers, that kind of stuff. They very rarely release a sour or a stout. But when they do release a stout, they really release a stout and it's so good. An Emperor, they just know what they're doing with stouts. Everything that I've seen for them is a stout, and it's an Imperial Stout, so yeah, that is, I'd say this is probably one of the, in fact, I think this has probably been the best Evil Dead series so far. I was looking through my playlist. Oh, that's a nice bit of orange there. I was looking through my Rivington playlist. I did find the first Evil Dead I did 1 and I did Army of Darkness. I could not get my hands on Evil Dead 2 back in 2021. It was just a bestseller. It flew off the shelves before I even had a chance to get it. Pardon me. But every year since, I've been able to get Evil Dead all through it, and I think this one has been the best one so far. Rivington have got 3 of the best collabs, I think. You've got Vault City making a sour with you. That is always going to be a win. You got Chain House making a dipper. Chain House know how to make their IPAs and their dippers. Every time I go into the tap room, there's always something like that on, an IPA, a strong IPA or a good dipper on. They know what they're doing, and it's Evil Dead. They're always Chain House every year. This year's Army of Darkness Emperor. I mean, you can't argue with that. That's a stout perfection. That's really good. They know what they've done. They've done something really well. I don't think next year's sour, for example, is going to be as good as this one. I don't think there's a sour brewer that can top Vault City. I think they've got the best one so far. Emperors for the stout. I think the only people that can compete with Emperor in terms of stouts at the minute are either Vault City when they do their Imperial Stouts or Sinister. I think they're the only 2 that can compete. I don't think next year's is going to be as good unless they get one of them two in, especially for the stout. Anyway, I'm going to go away and enjoy this. This is a very, very, very delicious beer. Like I say, the 10% is very well hidden. It is chocolatey, it's rich, bitter slightly, and it's got a nice enough fruity orange in it. I did ramble a little, but yeah, it's worth it, innit? So, Rivington's and Emperor's, sorry. Army of Darkness 2024 Chocolate Orange Imperial Stout, just in time for the winter, because chocolate oranges for Christmas and stuff like that. Out of 10, I'd say that is a solid 10 out of 10. That is much better in can for me than it was on tap. If I can find it on tap again, I'll give it another go. If I can't, oh well. Yeah, it's 10 out of 10. I think it's fantastic. Out of all three of them, my favourite is Evil Dead 2. I think that is the best drink. And probably one of the best dippers this year. The beer dad said the same thing, and I'd agree. It is probably one of the best dippers this year that I've had, and I've had quite a few. It's a fantastic beer. Yeah, so it's definitely Chain House. I'd say this is a very close second, just because it tasted better than what it did on tap. But then again, there's also the Vault City, and it's so hard to find what's good and what's not. I gave both Chain House and Emperor a 10 out of 10, and the Vault City a 9. Doesn't mean it's bad. They were really, really good beers. I just prefer dippers and stouts compared to sours, but apples and oranges in it. So, 10 out of 10. Well done, Rivington. That is a fantastic, fantastic trilogy. Once again, you've just knocked it out of the park. I don't think I'm going to find another trilogy until next year that can really nail this kind of thing that you do. So, if you have had this, please let me know. Let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't, if you've had all three, please let me know which one your favourite was. Like I say, mine was Evil Dead 2, the Chain House collab Dipper. It was just fantastic. But yeah, I'm curious to see what people's responses are. If you do respond, just see what favourites are, because everyone's different, aren't they? Yeah, just let me know. If you haven't had these, I've done it. I'm leaving links down below to say go to Rivington, go to Vault City, go to Chain House, go to Emperor. The links will all be down below for the corresponding one. But go on Vault City, not Vault City. I'm looking at it. Go to Rivington's social medias. There's a post on there saying where you can buy it in your respective town, city. I don't really know, but just your respective craft shop, if you will. These came from Market Bottle Shop. They're selling quick, as they always do. It's the Evil Dead trilogy. They sell within a week. They're just gone. So if you're in Preston, get in there this week at some point. Just pick them up, give them a go. There's a full list. If you can't get them in the Market Bottle Shop, if you're in Preston, there are 5 other places that you can get it. But just have a look, see what's closer for you, find where you can get them, and buy them. Because I'd recommend all 3. They're just fantastic. So, yeah, if you've not had it, links will be down below for the websites, but go onto the social medias because they will have the actual post. Let me know what your favourite was. If you like the video, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that usual stuff. If you want to subscribe, consider doing so, because the show must go on, etc., etc., so on and so forth, and I'll see you later.